What's going on, everybody? My name is Eason. Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to get into religion and diffusion. So we're going to learn about religions and a few things that you probably should know, or it's just good to know about the main religions for AP Human. And yeah, they're very cool. It's kind of a fun video to go over because it's a lot, I know, but it's just kind of interesting to learn about these. So here we have a map, and I really recommend just kind of memorizing the map in your head, not knowing every single country specifically, but just kind of looking at the map or just envisioning it in your head a little bit. So let's look at this. We see a lot of red. What is red? That is Christians. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to label the hearth. So what is the hearth? The hearth is just a place where a trend or idea originates. So the hearth of a religion is just going to be where it was founded. So the hearth of Christianity is going to be right here in, kind of around here in Jerusalem. And it's going to diffuse out to Europe. It's going to diffuse to Africa because of colonization. So it's pretty much going to go to Europe and then go to Africa. But it's also going to go from Europe to Australia. And it's going to go from Europe to the Americas as well. So Christianity really diffused to Europe and then kind of diffused everywhere else. Why is it in Americas? Because of colonization. Why is it in Africa? Because of colonization. Why is it in Australia? Because of colonization. So that's very cool. Alright, then I'll switch this color to green. We'll do Islam. So Islam originated in about present day Saudi Arabia. Very, very cool. And it diffused out to West Africa, Northern Africa, Southwest Asia, and yeah, that's about it. It diffused primarily through relocation diffusion, but as well as some other forms of diffusion, and we'll get into that. As well, trade was a really big help historically for Islam. And then we'll get into, let's do Buddhism next, orange. So Buddhism diffused kind of here in present-day Nepal. It didn't diffuse much in India because of Hinduism's big role already in culture and the government, but it diffused to China historically, especially down during the Silk Road and other trade routes, and to other parts of Southeast Asia as well. So yeah. Now, Buddhism did historically diffuse to like where Indonesia is presently, but Islam diffused from Africa there, from diasporic communities during trade. I'm using my AP World knowledge here. Alright, then we'll get into Judaism. So Judaism has a hearth here in the Middle East as well, in present-day Israel. It diffused primarily to Europe. That's about it. But then it diffused back to its hearth in present-day Israel because of primarily the Holocaust. So it had some diaspora there. What is this word diaspora I keep meaning? This is basically just kind of the movement or shrinking of a religion or idea in a place, or goes somewhere else. Alright, and then we'll do the last one on this map, Hinduism. I'll do yellow. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. So Hinduism formed here in India, kind of stayed around here, and that's where it's majority as well. So that's very, very cool. We just learned about where they have diffused to. Badoom. Alright, so here I have a table, and I'm just going to fill in this table a little bit. So let's start with Christianity. I'm going to switch my colors. Let's do purple. I think that's cool. So is Christianity ethnic or universalizing? What does that mean, actually? I'm throwing a lot of words at you, and I'm not really presenting the definition. So I'll say what the definition is. So an ethnic religion is a religion that does not seek to convert other people. When it diffuses, it's primarily through relocation diffusion, meaning it does not really grow in numbers that much. So if we see a religion like Christianity growing a lot, what is it going to be, ethnic or universalizing? Not universalizing. It's going to be universalizing. It seeks converts. Missionaries are a huge part of this, of Christianity and other universalizing religions. It grows a lot through expansion diffusion, but also relocation diffusion as well. So that's Christianity. Now, where's the hearth of Christianity? We're going to say Jerusalem. I can type. I'm not really typing, I'm writing this. Jerusalem. I love my little handwriting here. Relocation diffusion. Yeah. Colonizations is a big part of relocation diffusion for Christianity. So, when Britain colonized all over the world, they brought Christianity with it. What about expansion diffusion? Yes. So contagious diffusion. I'll just write contagious diffusion. That was through missionaries. Alright, here we go. I'm such a slow thing. I'm thinking I'm not gonna write it out for the rest of them. I'm just gonna say you can write it down in your own thing. And then we have hierarchical diffusion. And this is gonna be through rulers. Especially during the Roman Empire, they really enforced Christianity. That looks like a micro, like, unit. Rulers, there we go. So that's Christianity. So missionaries across the world spread Christianity, and then the rulers, primarily in Europe, required Christianity. What about Judaism? Is it ethnic or universalizing? Well, think about this. How far has it spread from its hearth? Not that far. It's primarily in Israel right now. And when it did diffuse, it diffused to Europe, which is still kind of close to its hearth. Do we see it really dominating any other country in the world? No. What do you think? It's going to be ethnic or universalizing? It's going to be ethnic. Now, where is its hearth? So it's in present-day Israel. Relocation diffusion? Yeah. Diaspora. Actually, we'll write that out. So diaspora is huge for relocation diffusion, especially since it's a kind of a contemporary event. It happened under 100 years ago. This is awful, by the way. I'm just pointing that out. Diaspora. What about expansion diffusion? No, not really a big part of Judaism. That really enforces the idea of it being an ethnic religion. What about ethnic universalizing religion for Islam? Well, think of Islam. Has it grown a lot? Yes. Has it spread far from its hearth? Yes. What do you think it is? It's going to be universalizing. Now, what about its hearth? Its hearth is in Saudi Arabia. I could play Saudi Arabian music. I don't think I will, though. So yeah. I don't know why I just pointed that out. I just thought of, like, all the Middle Eastern, like, in Arabic music. And Aladdin. Aladdin just popped into... Did I just say Saudi Arabian? I did. That is great. Okay. Back to my pen. Awesome. Relocation diffusion. Yes. A good example of this is the Hajj. Oh, actually, we'll write that out because it is short. The Hajj is just that pilgrimage that all Islam people have to take to, I believe it's Mecca, which is in Saudi Arabia today. It's a religious pilgrimage that I believe is in their pillars of Islam. I might be wrong. I am not an expert on Islam. I am not Muslim, so that might explain it. And then, what about expansion diffusion? Yeah, so I'll just put a check here. Contagious diffusion is a good one to say. I write out the types. Contagious diffusion. And then hierarchical diffusion. So contagious diffusion, trade is a big part of this. So merchants, especially like during the sand roads and the Silk Roads, historically, really spread Islam. And then hierarchical diffusion, rulers in Africa emphasized Islam. And the Delhi Sultanate, which was in northern India for a little bit, was had Islam brought by Turkish people. So that's relocation diffusion. But then the rulers converted a lot of Hindus because they had to pay a tax if they weren't Muslim. And some converted to also get roles in government as well. Then there's Sikhism, which one, it's a religion for AP Human, but it's never covered, like, at all. But I'm still going to cover it because you might see an FRQ on it and you want to know how to do it. So yeah, so is it ethnic or universalizing? It is universalizing. It does see converts, and it does diffuse somewhat through its hearth. It wasn't on the map because it's not that big of a religion. Where's its hearth? Did I say hearth? Its hearth is in northern India. So another one kind of in the Indus Valley. Relocation diffusion? Yeah. So it kind of just spread from people migrating, and of course trade. That's something to note. And then what about expansion diffusion? Yeah, contagious diffusion. What was it? Contagious diffusion by missionaries and trade for Sikhism. Is that how you say it? I don't know. These are a lot of foreign words. I don't know them. All right. What about Hinduism? Well, where's its hearth? Its hearth is in India. Now, has it spread far from India? to a point where it's a really religion showing up on that map. It's pretty dominant in the country. No, not really. It is an ethnic religion. So, has it spread the relocation fusion? Yes, this has actually been a huge thing recently within the past 50 years. Brain drain is a big part of India, and that leads to the spread of Hinduism to other places because of relocation diffusion, and just other people are moving from India, resulting in relocation diffusion. And then, what about expansion diffusion? Even though it's an ethnic religion, yeah, hierarchical diffusion. The government in India really follows Hindu views. So, you're in India, there's a lot of things that you'll see there because of the government and just the laws and the culture there. Then what about Buddhism? Buddhism has spread a decent amount from its birth. They do have missionaries. They do see converts, so they are a universalizing religion. They're first in present-day Nepal. That India looks actually really good. That's not a bad Nepal. And then, yeah, what about relocation diffusion? Yeah, so relocation diffusion is the most contemporary example for Buddhism. A lot of people are migrating, and Buddhism is spreading that way. And then what about expansion diffusion? Yeah, it has spread. I'll put a little check mark here, too. And it's spread through contagious diffusion, through teachings of people. So people are teaching others about Buddhism. And this was a really historic example as well. I mean, that's how it spread originally from the founders, Siddhartha Gautama, taught people, and then it spread that way as well. And that's contagious diffusion. So we just found out a table. We're actually going to do another table, but it's going to be on kind of the traits of these religions. Boom. It's a little shorter. So Christianity, is it mono or polytheistic? What does that mean, mono or polytheistic? Monotheistic is just when they believe in one god or deity, and polytheistic is when they believe in multiple gods or deities. So Christianity, is it mono or polytheistic? It is monotheistic. They believe in one god called God. The main message. So what's kind of just the main message, or just a main trait, or just some of it? I'm not going to write out like a whole essay here for you. Well, Jewish teacher Jesus was believed to be the Son of God and the Savior of humans. I think that should be capitalized. I'm going to capitalize that. Yeah, and this has a period. I just noticed that. I'm a big grammar freak. So, Jewish teacher Jesus was believed to be the Son of God and the Savior of humans. That's kind of the main, cuts to chase points of Christianity. And what's its sacred text? It's holy text. It's going to be the Bible. The Bible has stuff pre-Jesus and after Jesus. New Testament and the Old Testament. Alright, what about Judaism? Is it monotheistic or polytheistic? It is monotheistic. They believe in one God. What's the main message? Messiah hasn't come yet, and God communicates through the prophets. So, Judaism for you. So, in Christianity, they do believe Messiah has come. But in Judaism, they don't. And what's the sacred text? Alright, I'm going to mess this up. I'm going to write it out first, and then y'all can laugh at me for messing this up. So, Tonale. Is that how you say it? Maybe? You guys can't talk back to me. So, yeah. There's that. What about Islam? Is it monotheistic or polytheistic? It is monotheistic. They believe in the God, Allah. So, yeah. Allah, who is the God, shared information to the prophets who made the Quran, which is the holy writing. So, we'll just write here that the Quran is the holy writing. That looks so bad. Oh my gosh. Alright, what about Sikhism? Yes, it is monotheistic. They do believe in one God. One God is the creator of the universe, and life is precious and should not be wasted. Boom. Cut to the chase. Alright, here we go. Another sacred text. And I wrote this out. My handwriting sucks, so I'm going to try to see. So it's Adi Granth is how you say it, I think. I'm going to get canceled for this. I should have never made this video. So, Adi Granth, that sounded really bad. That's their secret text. Alright, then we have Hinduism. This is our only exception of polytheistic religion. So it is polytheistic. They believe in a lot of gods. I think there's 33 million deities that they believe in. That's a lot. I couldn't remember that many. They don't remember them all, guys. Okay? And Dharma and Karma are the main message. So what is Dharma and Karma? Dharma is just the saying that they believe in reincarnation. So you'll be reborn after you die. And the good things you do there's certain things you have to do. Oh my gosh, I'm like stuttering so crazy. But there's certain things you have to do in your life, and you have to be good and all that stuff. So karma, if you are good in your life, you will have a better life in your next one. And dharma is just duties you have in your life that you need to do. Boom, nailed it, totally. And then what's the sacred text? It's the books of knowledge. Sounds really, really smart. Alright, I'm going to write out knowledge. Books of knowledge. That is the sacred text. What about Buddhism? Buddhism is kind of neither. Some Buddhists do believe in a god, some don't though. So that's just something to note. And they believe that life is suffering because of desire, so just the need to want things. So they teach nirvana. You must not, sorry, not to teach nirvana, to reach nirvana. To reach nirvana, you must not desire. You must realize that life's suffering, and reach nirvana, you gotta end your, what's it called? You need to desire and follow the Eightfold Path, and all of that. And then I'm not even going to pronounce this, but I will write it out for you. And there, that is their secret text. That I is so small, I will make it bigger for you. So, yeah, there's their sacred text for you. This is going to be a long video, and just a bunch of people laughing at me because of how much I can't say. So yeah, there's our second table, and that's the last table. Now we're going to look at Buddhism's effect on the cultural landscape, primarily architecture. So yeah, very, very cool. So what is this? This is a church. That looks really bad, the purple. That is a church. Crazy, I know. This is a temple. This is a mosque. Then this is a Gurdwara, I believe. So, yeah. So those are the place names. Now, what religion are these? So, this is going to be Christianity. Churches are part of Christianity. Look at this architecture. It looks kind of different from all of them. And one skill for AP Human is that you should be able to recognize these places of worship responding to the religions. So we can see here, if you live in America, you probably have seen a church before. So you can definitely recognize church. You can see the architecture. You can see how we kind of have like the triangle. Kind of looks like a house, kind of just bigger though. We see a tower. Sometimes churches have that. A bell or clock. And the church is pretty common as well. What about the mosque? Well, these pillars on the mosque are really common. And then we see the domes as well. And mosques are a part of Islam. And then temples are part of Buddhism and Hinduism, but this is a Hinduism temple. So it kind of looks like a pyramid a little bit. It's got a lot of stuff going on. It's kind of busy. There's a lot of people on it. Sometimes these can be deities. So in Gurdwara, we see like these domes here as well. Gold is actually a pretty common color, or it's like yellow or material used as well. And it kind of has like a dome at the top as well. That's a big thing. And this is a part of Sikhism. So yeah, architecture. Now here I'm going to kind of trick you a little bit. What religions or religion are in these two images? It's Buddhism. So both of these are Buddhism. One of these is in India, one of these is in China. So what kind of diffusion is this? Well, Buddhist architecture has gone stimulus diffusion. That is a really big space between stimulus. I gotta make sure I'm spelling that right. So yeah, stimulus diffusion, when it has gone to new places. And it reflects and it just adapts to the cultural landscape. So we see Chinese architecture here in this image in China. And then on the left we see, oh my gosh, Indian architecture as well, near its hearth for Buddhism. So that's something to note. And yeah, that's the end of the video. Oh my gosh, this is crazy, and I'm never doing this again. Do the FRQ on the screen though, it'll help you. It's obviously really fun. There's no part F on here. E does not go to G. F. There we go. And yeah, so please subscribe, like the video, it really does help me out. There's some video suggestions, you want to go check those out. I totally had fun making this video. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.